Hello, people. So we're talking now about the evidence number 9, activity 3. So the presentation is organized support groups for different activities and guided tours according to the action plan. So we start. We will need a backpack, basic personal equipment, a red flag for tourist guidance, maps of Rome and sightseeing maps, a camera, a watch, a microphone, a mobile phone, water container, a first aid kit. So, where are we traveling? We will travel to Rome. So, we will need a translator, Italian, Spanish, right, for the tourist. So I will be organizing the support groups for different activities and guided tours according to the action plan. We will be leaving Colombia, Aeropuerto El Dorado, at 7 a.m. the 1st of March of 2021. And then we will be landing at Rome at 6 p.m. the 1st of March of 2021. So I will arrange with the Italian transport company so that we arrive at the airport in Rome, and we will be transported with 4 tourists and the travel guide from the International Airport Ciampino, Rome. So the language translator, Italian to Spanish, should also assist the pickup procedure. I ordered in advance one hotel offering Wi-Fi, breakfast, and the central location. At a center, I requested a category with at least 3 stars. Great. So we arrive at 7:30 p.m. at our booked rooms, and we arrive at 8 p.m. to get dinner. So the tour around Rome starts next day after breakfast. So from 9 to 11:30 a.m. we will travel to the ancient Colosseum of Rome, and later we will see the Vatican City. At 11:30 till 2 p.m. we get picked up and brought to the Italian Ristorante La Buona Cucina. From 2 to 4:30 we will be transported to the Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon. From 4:30 till 5 p.m. we will enjoy an Italian coffee and one Italian ice cream at the central place. From 5 till 7 p.m. we will be brought to the Via Appia. And at 7 p.m. we will pick you up and bring you back to the hotel. So that's the first day. Okay, great. So now with illustrations. So great. So the questions are, when was the Colosseum built? So the answer is, the Colosseum is an oval amphitheater, and it is the largest ancient amphitheater ever built. Construction began under the Emperor Vespasian, 69 to 79 after Christ, and was completed in 80 after Christ under his successor Titus, 79 till 89 after Christ. Okay, and what did it mean for the society? Okay, the Colosseum was used for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles, such as mock sea battles. So these are the mock sea battles. So this is water inside the Colosseum. So the representation of animal hunts, execution, reenactments of famous battles, and dramas based on Roman mythology. The building ceased to be used for entertainment in the early medieval era. Okay, so how is it seen today? Although substantially ruined because of earthquakes, the Colosseum is still an iconic symbol of Imperial Rome and was listed as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It is one of Rome's most popular tourist attractions and also has link to Roman Catholic Church. As each Good Friday, the people leads the torchlit way of the cross. procession that starts in the area around the Colosseum. The Colosseum is also depicted on the Italian version of the 5-cent euro coin. Great. So here we see the Fontana di Trevi. This is the Fontana di Trevi. Great. So who is the architect of the fountain? So answer. It was designed by Nicola Salvi, who died in 1751, and completed by Giuseppe Panini. It stands 26.3 meters high and has a width of 49.15 centimeters. So it stopped for some years, and work started again. 4 different cultures were hired. Pietro Bracci, so he constructed the oceanus sites. This is in the central niche of the fountain. Filippo della Valle, Giovanni Grossi, and Andrea Bergondi. Giuseppe Panini was hired as architect, and the fountain was finished in 1762 by Panini. So what means the coin throwing? Okay, answer. Coins are purportedly meant to be thrown using the right hand. So you throw them like this over your left shoulder. So an estimated 3,000 euros are thrown into the fountain each day. So in 2016, an estimated US 1.5 million was thrown into the fountain. The money has been used to subsidize a supermarket for Rome's needy. However, there are regular attempts to steal coins from the fountain. Okay, next question is, why is the fountain so famous? Okay, if you were to drink from the Trevi fountain, you would be drinking water from the same source that ancient Romans did 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago. It's the most breathtaking fountain you will ever see for its historical beauty and glamour. So 2,000 years ago, the General Agrippina was looking for water. Then a virgin appeared, and the Aqua Virgo, same place as today, was created. Aqua Virgo, because it was a virgin. So yes, that's the reason why this fountain is so famous. Here, the Roman Pantheon. Great. So, when was it built and why is it so important? So, it was built between 113 and 125 after Christ by the Emperor Hadrian and dedicated around 156 after Christ. The building is cylindrical, so it's like a whole sphere. It has one central oculus, as you can see here. Central oculus. Great. So great. And it has one, okay, yes. It has been standing for almost 2,000 years. And its dome is still the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome. The height and the diameter are the same. So height is 43 meters and diameter is the same, 43 meters. It's one of the best preserved ancient Roman buildings. So the next question is, what is the Pantheon today? Answer, it was a former Roman temple, and since the 17th century it's a Catholic church. Basilica di Santa Maria ad Martires. It is visited by 7 million of people a year. It's one of the best Roman ancient buildings that has been preserved. Catholic masses are celebrated there on Sundays and holy days of obligation. Important weddings are also taking place at the Pantheon. So the next question is, which important personalities are buried in the Pantheon and how looks the inside? So 2 kings of Italy are buried inside. So first one is Vittorio Emanuele II and Umberto I, and the Queen Margareta is also burned there. So, and we continue to the basilica. So this is the Pietà from the famous artist Michelangelo inside the basilica. So who was David Michelangelo and what represents La Pietà? So answer, Michelangelo late 15th century work, Pietà is considered one of the artist's greatest works and certainly one of his best known. Originally made from the funeral tomb of French Cardinal John de Villers, the evocative sculpture depicts the Virgin Mary holding the body of Christ after his crucifixion, a common theme for funeral monuments in the Renaissance area of Italy. Dimensions are 174 centimeters by 195 centimeters. So it was moved to the St. Peter's Basilica during the 18th century. Okay, so next question is, why is the sculpture so famous and what are his other important works? So answer, Pietà is one of the only artwork of Michelangelo signed by him. So it is signed by Michelangelo. He created it aged 24 years old between 1498 and 1499. It's a work representing the Renaissance sculpture. So Last Judgment at Sistine Chapel, 1536 till 41. Great. And the next question is, what are the damages the sculpture has received in the last years? Okay, so the answer is sustainable considerable damage over the years, most notably when a mentally disturbed Hungarian-born Australian geologist, Laszlo Toth, took the sculpture with a hammer in 1972 and he shouted, "I am Jesus Christ." So with 15 blows, he removed Mary's arm, knocked off a chunk of her nose, and chipped one of her eyelids. So today it's protected with a bulletproof panel so no one can access it or destroy it anymore. Great. So the next one is, we will talk about La Via Appia. So this is the Via Appia. Great. So, the famous Appian Way from Rome to Brindisi. So, how long is the Via Appia? So, the answer is, it was the city's gateway to the east that connected Rome with Capua. It stretched from the Roman Forum 400 miles to Brindisi, where ships sailed to Egypt and Greece, and it served as a military and economic artery. Brindisi was the most important port on that time. So how old is the Via Appia and who built it? So the Appian Way or Via Appia Antica in Rome is one of the most ancient roads that was built between 312 till 264 before Christ. It was the city's gateway to the east that connected Rome with Capua. So the road is named after Appius Claudius, the Roman censor who began and completed the first section as a military road to the south in 312 before Christ. And you can say every road goes to Rome. What are the characteristics of the Via Appia? So the answer is, the road was constructed for creating a fast communication between Rome and Capua, which is near Naples. So the Appian Way began at the Circus Maximum and passed along the baths of Carcalla and eventually the Aurelian Wall. Its distance was 132 miles and it took 5 to 6 days to pass it. Talking about the first line, it reached for 30 miles between Rome and Terracina. So it was the first part. Moreover, the Appian Way was revolutionary for the period of time and was the first Roman road to feature the use of lime cement. Lime cement is produced from the shells and all the thing that has sedimented over years to stone, to limestone. Great. So below the Appian Way, you can find miles of tunnels. known as catacombs, where early Christians were buried. And during the times of persecution, hidden churches held services in those catacombs. So the most famous of them are the Catacomb of Calixtus and Catacomb of San Sebastian. Great, dear tourists, we have come to the end of our explanation. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, ask me. I will greatly answer them. Thank you very much. Goodbye.